Hello dear founder! Not so long ago, the creator of controversial assisted suicide Capsule, Philip Nitschke, announced that AI system will be integrated into his invention to determine whether a person is mentally fit to use his creation. And it was when traditional psychiatric evaluation was a requirement for using the capsule. Now that AI is expected to take over this role, critics argue that it crosses several ethical boundaries.
The code is more what you call guidelines than actual rules.
Yes, AI and ethics. We all know how it goes. Number 1. Cutting staff, cutting trust. Swedish fintech company Klarna replaced around 700 employees on the claims that AI can take over many roles. It seemed logical to optimize the staff by laying off people and redirecting the released funds for other purposes. But in reality, things didn't go well for them. Klarna's AI assistant handled about 69% of customer service chats, but along with that, they faced worsened customer service and declining satisfaction. In Q2 2025, Klarna posted a 99 million net loss earlier in the year despite all costs gained by AI. The problem is, companies are so enamored with AI that they cannot see or will not acknowledge that AI is simply not suited for some tasks.
No.
They push for AI to be used more and more because they think that by simply cutting costs they can increase their profits. Guess what? That doesn't work. The way out of this peril, a division of labor. No one says that you should steer clear from AI completely, just that you should be realistic about the tasks AI can reasonably perform well. This is about true effectiveness, not some anti-AI campaign. Number 2. Harmful outputs, irreversible damage. Character.AI, a chatbot that allows you to chat with AI-powered fictional characters, faced multiple lawsuits for harmful outputs that led people, mostly teenagers, to self-destructive behavior. One of the most notable cases concerned a 14-year-old committing suicide after months of chatting to Daenerys Targaryen. Character.AI reached a settlement with the families, but the terms aren't yet made public. They also introduced restrictions for underage users. We can only guess how much backlash in terms of losing users as well as money loss for actual settlement it causes the company. Why is it so important? Because this case has the potential to open a floodgate and drown companies offering AI-powered tools in a lawsuit. And while you are not guaranteed to lose all or even some of those lawsuits, we know about reputational damage that is really not easy to recover from. Not to mention that if you lose big. The only way out of it is to ensure that your AI tool doesn't do anything that may be considered harmful in any way, from encouraging suicide to giving nonsensical business advice. That means regular testing, revision of algorithms, and instant corrections when anything goes wrong. Number 3. Bias, privacy, and legal minefield. You might remember the HireVue case from a couple of years ago. The company used AI for scanning candidates and met not only serious criticism but the scrutiny of the Electronic Privacy Information Center. The system analyzed facial geometry and expressions as part of the candidate's assessment, which naturally led to the accusations of bias and even racism. In the end, the company was forced to discontinue the facial analysis components, not to mention they faced a class action in Illinois, where damages can reach $1,000–$5,000 per violation, potentially ending in millions in losses. Even if you think that everything is alright and your product was followed every law and regulation, people in their offices can disagree with you. And then you are in trouble, because depending on the level of pushback, your company might face some relatively light penalties, or you might receive a tight time frame to clean up your mess. The solution is simple. You should have a person or people to check all the existing reputations of every country your tool is going to operate in. Consult lawyers that can explain to you every little nuance, lest you miss the point where face scanning turns into gender or race discrimination. Number 4. 4. Unhacking AI thinking business models. Zillow made a huge mistake launching an AI-driven iBuyer program that used machine learning to automatically value and buy homes at scale. The idea was that AI could identify undervalued houses and resell them for a profit. You probably can imagine how it turned into disaster. AI tools may sound cool, they might even be really great in theory, but you need to be certain that they work as you envision them to. Because what was supposed to be your company's greatest helper might end up being what lets it to ruin, all simply because one little thing malfunctioned. It's pretty obvious what should be done to avoid this. Never let your AI run unchecked. Establish proper human supervision for the task delegated to it, and where it isn't possible, or would defy the reason of implementing AI in the first place, be meticulous with the algorithms and prompts to ensure that your AI doesn't drive your company into a catastrophe. Number 5. Viral failures at scale. Even industry giants are not safe from mistakes related to AI. McDonald's was forced to call off their experiment with AI to take drive-through orders after a slew of social media videos featuring customers attempting to get AI to understand their orders. Of course, it led to confusion and frustration with underlying comic effect.
Oh shit, here we go again.
If you are not the customer, of course. Even if your tool works, the principles behind it are solid and everything seems to line up well. There can be hidden issues you cannot even imagine. And then the very same users that should have adored your attempts to make everything more convenient for them would ruin you. Social media nowadays make it easy. The only thing you need to do here is remember, do not rush to implement AI. Work through the algorithms, check the internal logic of your product, and never ever cut cost on testing. When it comes to AI, it's even more necessary than other software. Those at least cannot hallucinate.
Oh, but you can! Though you may have to metaphorically make a deal with the devil.
Well, let's sum up. AI can be a savior of your business, but it also can drown it faster than you can say return of investment, whether through legal troubles, regulatory issues, or simple ill repute. AI can cost you much more than you spend on its development. That doesn't mean that you should abandon the idea of enhancing your business with AI, but you should pay due attention to ensure that your company would not end up worse than it was before. That means watching closely as your AI is being assembled, what algorithm and prompts go behind it functioning, how it's trained, which regulations are relevant, and how it corresponds to them. And of course, extensive testing and constant supervision, because no matter what people say about AI, it still needs a human to watch over its work. It was your trustable Chief Executive Officer. We'll see you. Subscribe and like to see more AI content.